God damn it, Meemaw. That's my Copenhagen. You give that back now.
Oh, what's up, y'all? What are we listening to? Good question. I haven't heard anybody talk about this band, and I have it in the old collection. Let's find out from you, the viewers, if this is brutal or not. Or good, or whatever. Give you a second to think about it. Cogitate for a minute. Just listen. Look at Sly Marvo. Make that glare work for us. I don't know if that helps. It's a flamer I'm proud of. That guy's cool. Look at him. I know if you can see that. Yeah, I was just pleased with the way that particular model came out. Alright, for real, what are we listening to? Alright, I'll tell you. I gotta be careful with his cover, though. It's got boobies in it. I don't want anybody getting upset with me. I'm gonna cover up them nipples. That's, a Vulst. Stab Wound Orgasm. That's a brutal title, though. It's kind of like melodic gore metal. They were on track 5. Man, they got some cool solos on this. Real melodic. Kind of hear some Bolt Thrower in there. Kind of hear some Children of Bodom type shit. Y'all like Children of Bodom? There's some cool, funky melodies. I won't say funky, but just real fun melodies going on in that. It just repeats this one. Yeah, he changed it. That last note changed. Well, y'all tell me what y'all think. A Vulst, Stab Wound Orgasm. Oh shit, I didn't even show you the rest of it. Yeah. I've had it for a little while. Came in this little digipack. You can see how well worn that is. That's, yeah. Had this for a minute, you could say. Eh. We'll keep listening to it. You guys ever heard of DUI checkpoints? Y'all may have. Like on holidays, cops show up. They're usually on like exits from interstates and major, intersections like that. They'll start pulling people over and then talk to them, see if they're sober. back in the day, they used to call them license checks. Because open container laws, like back in the 80s and before, you could just drive down the road with a beer and just pass it to the passenger and be like, I don't have a beer. And the cop would be like, well, whatever, you look fine. Dude, it was awesome back then. The 80s and then 70s. I was born in the 70s, but I remember my dad driving down the road with a tall boy. But anyways, they had these license checks. It was the same thing. They would just jack up some road and park their cars, and they're just like, all right, let me see your license, proof of insurance. It's like stop and frisk in New York. You remember when Giuliani did that shit, that stop and frisk? It is essentially that, but for car drivers. Man, they just keep trampling on our rights, don't they? I think somebody said, I think it was Cat Shades, it was like drunk driving is a human right. I agree. Shouldn't be any cops. If somebody's drunk and it pisses you off, it's on you to do something about it. Shoot it out with that asshole. I don't give a damn. It's like, what if they cause an accident and hurt somebody? Kick their ass, take all their shit till you feel compensated. Go to the dude's house and be like, oh, this shit's mine now. Yeah, you just hurt my friend and our family member, and fuck you. And if somebody catches you drinking and driving and is like, you're drunk and can't, hold yourself up, they should just be able to kick the crap out of you. Right there, just take whatever they want. And if you're drunk, you can defend yourself. But if you're drunk, it's kind of hard to defend yourself. I don't know. That's my thoughts for the coming America. The America I want to see, the America I want to live in. When people don't call cops, people handle their own business. But anyways, I brought up this stuff because I know there's a lot of rabid cop supporters. I know I got some thin blue lines out there. I know you guys are just like, we support the police and everything we do. I know y'all are out there and I love it. No. Anyways, so these license checks back in the 80s, especially down in Texas, I sat through them with my dad before. I remember them. They stopped all of a sudden. They stopped all of a sudden because dudes would get in the back of their pickups and cover themselves with tarps and drive through that for the cops to stop them. And as soon as they did, they'd come out from under those tarps with shotguns. A couple of deputies and a sheriff out in some bumfuck East Texas place tried pulling that. Let's stop and harass people. Shotguns came up. Is it for those cops? I don't remember what happened to the bad guys. I'm pretty sure they got caught and sentenced to prison and did some time for it, but the license checks stopped. I was always thinking, those DUI checkpoints, sometimes they tell you. Newspapers will sometimes tell you where those will happen, especially during holidays, New Year's, 4th of July, Cinco de Mayo for some reason. That's so weird that white people celebrate a Mexican holiday. Never got that one. They also celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Nobody knows why they celebrate St. Patrick's Day. You should look at the history of St. Patrick's Day. Comment down below if you know the real reason for St. Patrick's Day. Here's a hint. St. Patrick did something. He ran snakes out of Ireland. What's the hidden meaning there? There is one. See if y'all can mention it down below, or maybe you can't mention it down below because you'll get deplatformed for mentioning that. Never mind. Stop talking. My lawyer called again. He said stop talking. Don't finish the joke. Anyways, so help me out, my wonderful viewers who are into death metal. Avulsed, stab wound orgasm. We're listening to that. I got the naughty bits covered, so y'all can't yell at me. I know I got some fans of Tyranids and Chaos Space Marines out there, so my 40k peeps is out there. My brutal death metal peeps out there, and my regular just odd ducks. And I love y'all. The ones who just stumbled on me and this is weird. Glad you're hanging out. Is it a war crime to fuck the bullet wound? Let's say you shoot them, they're down. They're like, oh man, I'm gone. You got me. If you fuck the bullet wound and then, is that a crime? That's probably a sexual assault. What if they're dead and then you're found doing it? So, that's not a sexual assault. That's a desecration of a corpse, right? But is it morally wrong? What if that guy's like a mortal enemy who's set to do you harm, like y'all both agreed to dueling. Oh, did you know that dueling is legal in Texas? And Montana. Mutual combat. The two combatants can agree to it as long as wherever they fight, the property owner is not upset with you and allows it. We used to do a lot of legalized brawling back when I was in Texas. That was a lot of fun because, like I said, as long as the property owner didn't complain, you didn't get in trouble. We would go behind a Kroger's. I know the Waffle House memes. Those are big fights at Waffle House. I've been to a lot of Waffle Houses. I've never seen one fight. But we went behind the Kroger back in the day. Then we'd go to a Waffle House, drink coffee, and eat and sober up. Because sometimes we were drinking when we did that. Anyways, the reason why I bring the head up is a quote I keep repeating. I keep repeating that tagline at the end, and I'm probably going to still keep doing that. But another one I try to remind people of. Victory is reserved for those willing to pay the price. You want to win? You got to show your enemy you're ready to win, and you will do anything and stop at nothing. Oh, that was a Dying Fetus. Dying Fetus always had the cool song titles. Absolute Defiance. That's off. Killing on Adrenaline. It's a great album. Last great album. Besides Grotesque Impalement, which was sort of not an album. Yeah, that was it. The original lineup. That's all the Fetus I like. Except for that one that had Stop At Nothing. Stop At Nothing. That was a cool title, but that was an alright album. Just, anyways, I like Fetus with the original lineup. That's what I saw. That's what I grew up with. What I got used to. What do y'all think of this? It's melodic. A valsed. I mean, I bring up the bullet wound fucking because stab wound orgasm. These two chicks are slashing at each other and getting off on it. That's fucked up, dude. What are some of the song titles on this? So we did Imminence and Putrescence, Exorcismo Vaginal, Exorcising the Vagina. Her vagina is possessed by a demon. It's possessed by Satan or something. I'm going to exorcise that vagina. I hope he uses his wiener and lots, copious amounts of semen. And then film that. And then tell me, where you're hosting that video. So I can go visit it. I'm going to get this video taken down. I can tell already. Oh, homeless necrophile. Man, a necrophile shouldn't be homeless. It really shouldn't. That's a shame. We got homeless vets, we got homeless necrophiles. I didn't make it up. It's right there. I don't know. We should have we got to do something for the homeless, especially the necrophiles. What is it? Necrophilia. Putting the rot in erotica. Instead of cracking a cold one, Nah, I fucked that one up. Cracking a cold one has a new meaning now. That's what it was. Nice rotting eyes. That's funny. There's some nice rotting eyes. You ever see that movie Reanimator? Based off an H.P. Lovecraft story. Dr. Herbert West. Yeah, that's what it was. Herbert West. I was gonna say Alan West. It's not. That's a politician. Herbert West. Reanimator. It's a good one. Oh, I don't know if y'all knew this. But apparently if you eat a lot of fruit, like, I love fruit. I eat the shit out of it. Say if you eat a lot of it, it makes your semen taste better. I haven't noticed. It still tastes the same to me. I can't keep a straight face on that one. I hope y'all giggled. I have a tough time keeping a straight face on my jokes. There should be wine tastings, but instead of wine, it should be semen. Who would go to that? I would just stand outside the place just to see who was going in. That brings me to another point. That former vice presidential candidate, that Kamala Harris, Tim Walz. Allegedly, there was a story that he drank so much horse semen, you had to have his stomach pumped. I don't know if that was true or not. I kept expecting that to be false. But people just didn't talk about it. Because there was like these newspaper articles that were like microfilmed or some shit, or like otherwise preserved. And it was like college prank gone wrong. You know, med student drank so much horse semen his stomach had to be pumped. That's fucking weird. I've done a lot of weird shit, but never involving drinking semen. That's just gross. Although I did find out that squirt is pee. Found that out the hard way. I'm not going to talk about that story anymore. If you catch me in person, if you see me at Dead by Dog, ask me about squirt and how I know this. I'll make sure I bring plenty of reference materials for you. For the scientific. I guess I can talk shit about Tim Walz now. He's no longer a candidate for anything. Sounds too happy, and then it does this part. Y'all tell me, is Volston any good? A missile sentinel. Oh yeah, I did a screen. Look at that. Can't really see it that well in there, but you know, it's just some of the different light blues with that white in the opposite corner. Like in one corner, you'll do the whole thing blue, and then you'll do the lighter ones here, and then you'll do the white right down here. See what I did? And then I put a clear coat on top of that, so that it's glossy, so that you can see it reflecting. I'd be better in person. This is the first time this Imperial Guard has seen the light of day since 8th edition. I'm not even joking. I have not pulled this out since 8th edition. You can see that screen right there in the corner. Look at that. I did the same thing on that one. That one came out a little better. So yeah, it's been a while since I did the 40K, especially Imperial Guard, which sucks to have so many Imperial Guard. They're so much fun to play. Is that Mighty Chimera? Look at that scuff mark on that drill. Oh yeah, scuff marks and dirt. Heavy flamer, heavy bolt. Got the heavy stubber. Look, that one's magnetized. I don't know why I did that. I just thought it looked cool. And the dude's got his pistol up, operating a... Yeah. By this point, I was really good at doing the wear and tear and battle damage. Yeah, by that point, pretty much had it down. Like going through my models, and you can see the progression of my painting skill. You do about 100 infantry, you'll get good. 100 infantry, couple of transport vehicles, you'll get amazing at painting. Just follow that GW standard that they got on Games Workshop painting thing. Just follow that, and that's the best advice I can give you. Just get some decent brushes, take your time. Seriously, paint 100 infantry and a couple of transports, and dude, you will be good. Anyways, almost stabbing with orgasm. I got some cool chuggy parts in this. It's not brutal. It's not brutal. It's like melodic gore thrash. I don't know. What do y'all think? It's not awful. It's not super captivating either. Bet that part would be good live. I just think this is the wrong singer for this band. Get some dude doing a scream or a singing scream. Yeah, if he was just doing that screaming shit. Like The Haunted. It's the dudes from At the Gate with a different lead singer and a different style. That first one's amazing. Or first two, because it's that Peter Dolving, that lead singer or whatever. Comment, do y'all know what I'm talking about? The Haunted? I should probably play some of that. I enjoy that. The Haunted, their first album, self-titled. The Haunted. Well, it's the At the Gates guys. I mean, how the fuck do you not like that? I saw, not At the Gates. I never did see At the Gates. The Haunted. I saw them with Testament. Why not? Well, anyways, I'm Count Abroad, your Appalachian warlord. Remember, if it's not voluntary, it's tyranny. Later, y'all.